Hey up and welcome to the video, and we're in the valley of Borrowdale, and I didn't think we were going to get here, but there's been a break in the weather, and already just from the car park I've got some shots with some beautiful lighting. We've got that kind of morning where we've got the low cloud and the light coming through, just like on the previous days we've had here in the Lake District. So the plan is to walk up Castle Crag. We've parked in National Trust car park, another £8.50 into their bank accounts, and I did think about joining, but when I look back at all the places that I've parked across this year, it wouldn't actually be worth it, to be honest. There's not many National Trust car parks I've parked in. So we're going to make us way up Castle Crag, which I think's this one here. If the camera lady can pan round, I think it's the one with the light on it. If not, it's not that one. Not sure. Not been here before, so this is a complete exploration. We've got some amazing light behind us, but let's get up on Castle Crag and see if we can capture that light. Let's hope it stays. It is due to rain around about 2 o'clock later today. Fantastic. With how we've missed the rain. Not. Let's carry on. Okay, let me just stop and put this into context. So originally I'd planned to park up at Seatoller because this was quite a straightforward walk up to Castle Crag, and Castle Crag would have been on my right hand side. At the last minute I decided to park here instead. Helen was commenting that she was developing a bad foot after all the walking we'd done. So parked here, made our way along the path, and in my mindset Castle Crag was still going to be on our right hand side, and that was my first mistake. And as you can see here in this shot where I was explaining that I wasn't quite sure which was which. So as we move forward, the path split, and a father and son turned left up this track, and everybody else was going to the right. So we decided to go to the right, still in the belief that Castle Crag was on my right hand side. First mistake. So whilst I've been in the Lake District over these 5 days, I've been backing up all my images and all the video on an external drive and an SSD drive, so that when I get back I can plug it straight into my main computer and start editing straight away. So whilst we've been in the Lake District for these 5 days, I've been backing up images and video onto an external hard drive and an SSD drive. And when I get back, I'll be able to plug the SSD drive straight into the computer and start editing. Once we've unpacked, we've put the wash on, we've been shopping. Yeah, got to do that first. And we carried on walking through this woodland, and along the way I got a few shots. We'd got no phone signal on our phones, either of us. So at this point we was lost really, and I was quite thinking that this can't be Castle Crag, because by now we should have come to the path on the right hand side that would take us up. Soon after this, Helen did get a signal on her phone, and she brought up a picture of a circular walk, which is what we appeared to be on. And yeah, we were quite a distance from Castle Crag. So she took a screenshot of this circular walk and we started to follow that up to Castle Crag. We passed a quarry on the way up, which I had seen on a YouTube video, so I kind of thought, yeah, we're in the right area now. And here's a series of shots that I took whilst walking up with Helen's bad foot. Finally, we came level with the path that would take us up onto Castle Crag. And Helen took one look at this path and she used one of the most common words in the English language, which was no. No. She'd got no intention of going up that path onto Castle Crag, and I did agree with her. We'd had quite a long walk just to get to this point, so yeah, we decided to walk on, and by walking on, the view opened out into something quite spectacular, and it was a real introduction into Borrowdale itself. Again, we moved further forward and that view just opened out into light in the distance, dropping down on the fells. We had Herdwick sheep coming across the scene. They ended up in a shot, and we got our first real experience of what Borrowdale was all about. And the view is absolutely amazing, and there's some gorgeous light down in the Borrowdale Valley. Absolutely beautiful. What a vista this is. I think this is what people were talking about when they said you've got to go to Borrowdale and just look down there. Absolutely beautiful. Imagine living here. This would be photographer's heaven. It really would. It is so windy up here. I don't even know if you can hear me actually, but looking at that, you just look down into the valley. You've got the crisscross of the trees across the beautiful green fields, and we've got some autumnal colours down there as well. I'm taking a wide shot, very wide, probably going to be letterbox crop. I'm having to up the ISO because the wind is buffeting against the tripod. So we're currently at ISO 320 f11. The sky is quite bright, so we'll underexpose by one stop. And in the final shot there, you could see rain in the distance, and that progressed and came over us and yeah, gave us our indicator that time was up. And we made our way back to the car for the 3-hour, 45-minute drive home with a break in between. So Borrowdale, whilst I did get into a lot of trouble on that walk, it did give me a lesson learnt that check the location you're going to and check a bit more. But Borrowdale was very, very impressive, the small part we saw, and we will go back there and explore that further. I can just see there's so much opportunity there. Okay, massive thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Pop a comment in the bottom. Please give the video a like, it does help the channel. We'll end the video on other shots that I took whilst I was in the Lake District, namely at Rydal Water, and some long exposure shots on Grasmere. And on that note, I'll see you later on the next one.